Shalom. Allah start by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone, salutations to the Philet that's pushing the truth. Across the four comes of the earth, our faith, truth, and sincerity. This I'm gonna buy back again with us sitting. I just want to go into about, how these so-called white people, double Edomites, the ones in power, the so-called white people, Edomites, the elites, the bankers and so forth, how they, run out of time. And you see they passing all these, Trump, passing all these, executive orders and this and that. And, but, Trump is not in full control. He, there's people behind him is, telling him, hey, you got to pass this and that, whatever, laws, whatever, because, the laws they passing is, is to like I say, bring in their they trying to establish their new world order agenda. So seeing the days are speeding up, going by so fast. The prophecy of that, and I'm gonna get that scripture going to about that. It's going by so fast, but all it is these double so-called white people, Edomites, they know their time is running out. And that's why they, in desperation of what they doing, with these executive orders and passing these laws and so forth, and, doing what they doing, right? So I'm getting to it. This is Revelations 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because you know that you have but a short time. So, in Revelation 12:12 said, therefore rejoice. So, the apostles, elders, brother, great millstone, men of the Lord, that is truth, should rejoice in knowing that these devil so-called white people, Edomites, their time is running out. Like I say, they come down with a great wrath of, with these laws, and they pass and they try to to come down on you so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Israelites. The time of Jacob's trouble, and all hell breaking loose, and the oppression, and they pushing on Jake, and but the apostles, elders, the brother, great millstone, men, Lord, have been teaching His word for years, knowing that the time we in, the time of prophecy. Hey, rejoice in it. Hey, this is the end, right? Hey, these devils, hey, they gonna come down, with their laws and laws and what they pass, and they're gonna come with it. They military, UN troops, whatever. When that time comes, hey, it is what it is, right? This economy is, eventually is gonna crash, and eventually, like I say, they're gonna push to where the proper solution gonna be. You gotta take that chip, which is the MOTB, which is the mark of the beast. The RFID chip is the mark of the beast, right? You're gonna have to take it in the right hand and forehead to buy and sell, eat this and that, right? To function in the society, that's coming. Hey, could it happen before the fall? Before the fall comes in, and going into the winter, it could possibly be. We just got to see how things play out. But right now, the economy is yeah, it's trash right now. It's not doing. It's eventually it's gonna crash. It's is it? I don't know. It could happen this year, or it could be next. But there's it ain't gonna get no better. So the Edomites, they purposely, they gonna crash anyway, because they, like I say, they want to push their NWO agenda. They're ready to bring in that digital currency, the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. They're ready to usher in the MOTV. So that's why they're gonna come down hard. If you bucking up against what they're trying to do, you know, they're gonna round you up and put you in concentration camps. You know, they know who's who. You know, so we in those times, man. You devils, they know their time is running out. They got a short time, man. They ain't got much time left for their rulership. Before the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua returns. And bring these devils, out of power. Go from there to Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for the day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. So the time of Jacob's trouble is gonna be, which you could say for real, we in those times, but it's gonna get way worse than what it is. Things gonna escalate so bad that you gonna think that you're in a movie, but it really is reality. Things gonna get real chaotic out here, man. You're gonna have people out here just losing their minds out here in the streets. It is now, but it's gonna get way worse, man. It's gonna get real intensified. That like I say, you're gonna be on the run, trying to get away from the chaos in the streets. Just trying to survive out here. It's gonna get crazy, but the time of Jacob's trouble with Jacob, name was later changed to Israel. The Israelites, the so-called Negro Latino natives, which are the Israelites, yet the time of Jacob's trouble, the time of troubles, are, really really here. We in those times now, but like I said, it's gonna get way worse, you got Northern Kingdom, they, going through, then eventually Southern Kingdom, is gonna, get the the feel of it, gonna get that the anger from the Lord, which like I say, the Lord Yahweh is in control. And that's 2/3, 2/3 Israelites gonna get it, gonna get the judgment, getting right now. The Lord Yahweh is, he bringing judgment down 2/3 now, but it's gonna get way worse, and it's gonna get so bad that I can't even put into words. It's gonna have people, not knowing what to do or say, or how bad it's gonna be. It's gonna be just chaotic, but yeah, But hey, the elect is gonna be saved out of it. The 1/3, the 144,000. The men of the Lord, hopefully I'm part of righteous number, to escape the wrath and judgments of the Lord Yahweh in these times. Hopefully, Lord Yahweh have mercy upon me. But like I said, it's all about the elect of the Israelites, or the so-called Negro Latino natives, the 1/3, the 1/3 and 144,000. So I'll go from there to go to Matthew 24:21. But then shall be great tribulation, such read it again. Matthew 24:21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor ever shall be. Nor ever shall be. So yeah, great tribulations, great troubles, great sorrows. It's gonna be, like I said in the beginning, it's gonna be, crazy. It's gonna be chaotic. It's gonna be, like I say, it's gonna be worse, than times that you ever thought it was gonna be. That's gonna happen in these times going forward. Like I say, the power could go out. Eventually, like I say, the power go out, the grid, get shut down. How long it's gonna be shut down is the thing. Like, it's gonna be shut down for a long time, or it's gonna be shut down for months, or what? But that grid get shut down, all hell gonna break loose out here. So because people aren't gonna have so much of rations and things that they can't survive on. Some people just gonna have something for 30 days, and then if the power ain't on by then it's gonna get real crazy. It's gonna get crazy. Gonna have people out here eating each other, cannibalism. It's gonna get wild, man. It's gonna get wild, man. It's gonna get it's gonna be spooky. It's gonna get spooky out here. Uh, yeah, it's gonna get wild out here, man. Eventually, it's around the way. It's coming. Ain't too far away from things that really just get real. Just out of control. I said, out here in America, Babylon break. But and not just in America. You're gonna have other countries as well. People in the streets going, protesting, whatever. Just losing it, right? So there's times that we in going forward. But I'm gonna go to Matthew 24 and 22. And except those days be shortened. Let me read it again. And except those days be shortened, there should no flesh be excuse me. There should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So the days are being shortened. So you seen the times like these days speeding up. It's like, man, you look up, it's another day. You wake up, time just going by. The days going by, and I say, the weekend fly by like the weekend just like it ain't even happen. The weekend go by, then it's back to the regular week, right? Monday through Friday, then it's all over again. Like it's going real fast. So, but hey, it gotta happen because the scripture said, "There shall no flesh be saved," because the things that's happening now and going forward in prophecy is a lot of people are gonna be dying, man. It's gonna be a lot of death out here, bro. Gonna be a lot of death out here, so it's gonna be a lot of people, like I say, just dying, man. But for the elect's sake, that's why the Lord Yahushua got to shorten the days, man. Got to shorten the time, because he got to come back, and deliver the elect, from the judgment that's going down, to escape the wrath and judgments, that's happening now and going forward, in these times, so. And for the elect's sake, man, yeah, these days gotta be short, man. It's all about me myself first and foremost. Keep the faith in Lord Yahushua. Hold on, keep going, keep believing, keep believing Lord Yahushua, no matter how hard it gets. Cause it's hard now, but it's gonna get harder. It's gonna get way harder than it was. It's gonna get real, mentally challenging. But it's just me myself first from like I said, it's all about it just don't give up, don't give up on the Lord Yahweh. Excuse me, don't give up on the Lord Yahweh. Don't denounce your faith. Just hope the Lord Yahweh be with the if you believe Lord Yahweh, that because the Lord Yahweh gonna be with the elect. In these times, going forward, but it's all boils down to, hey, just hope the Lord Yahweh have mercy, and that I'm part of the number, and those, that, are listening, that you be up that part, that hopefully you up that number to escape the wrath of judgment of the Lord Yahweh in these times, because it's getting serious, judgment coming down hard, it's gonna get, it's it's gonna affect a lot of people out here. You know, that family members that friends or whatever. Even around even people that that's close to loved one. If the Lord Yahweh not having mercy on them, sparing them to be delivered. But if not, then it's just the time of judgment. So. And that's the times that we in, man. It's real serious, man. These are some serious times that we in, man. And hey, just hope the Lord Yahweh shall have mercy, man, to deliver, those that believe in Him, from the wrath and judgments that's happening now and going forward. But let's see, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's yeah. So that's it on that. So I ain't want to make this too long. I just want to go into about how these so-called white people, double Edomites, their time is running out. They come down with great wrath, passing these laws, and they pushing their NWO agenda, to try to get established, and they do what they can, before their time is up. Before Yahushua returns, take the Edomites out of power, in the time of Jacob's trouble. The times that we're in of it now, but it's gonna get worse. It's gonna build up to to be more chaotic than what it is. So, hey, as I'm going today, the day, the times, it's days are short. The time, the Edomites' time is running out. We at the end of this thing is, ain't no looking back, just going forward and trust the Lord Yahweh Shai, no matter what, goes down in front of you, what comes about. It's all about continuing to keep the faith until even, we got to face death, don't give up, don't give up the faith. And that goes for me first and foremost. So with that, again, like our president, glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahshua, Bahashem, Kakadash, to the past elders, to the Sisakan brothers, to the few Akawaf sisters that do listen, keep the faith, and Yahshua keep fighting us, say Shalom.